Sentinel, solo Sky, so Navi are probably going to play slow. Navi like to play slow anyway, so that works out well. Angel on Fade, Ardis on Breach,
Everybody was watching, everybody was keeping an eye on because he was the best of that agent.
Yampy on Viper.
They're still running, as I said, a quasi-double Sentinel. He is someone I know could play everything, but that's not an agent that really clicks in my mind as a very young agent, because he's normally quite aggressive.
There's a lot going on.
There's
a lot going on. Comps are interesting. So Liquid's comp, obviously, especially on defense, they can't really clear info as much as they used to with the Sky nerf. And then, I mean, no Sentinel for Navis. That one's pretty obvious what it lacks.
This is a situation
they do have the Viper, so it kind of covers it up.
Where he used to have a silent from the shadows at time, he'd be behind you, and you just couldn't tell how he got there.
Yeah.
So what do we reckon? First 5 rounds. Wait, who starts on what side? Because Navi are gonna expect a push within like the first 5 rounds from Liquid, I imagine.
You reckon, do you?
Yeah, moron.
I don't think everyone thought that.
Would a map like Nuke work in Valorant? It'd be weird. It would be weird. It depends. Depends how high up they are. Because Nuke itself, the Breach would just own it, I think. Like flashing through the floor and stuff. Okay, Navi on defense, Liquid on attack.
I think that's fair to say. The organizations alone always generate a hype matchup, but the players on the server even more so. For Team Liquid, having that core 3 as well that had risen so high.
The good thing about Navi's comp is pretty much just like they're very good at just stopping power and holding map control. With the Breach, the Viper, the Omen, and the Raze, like they can hold onto sites or map control very well. Kiko, probably not the 37 today, but let's see.
But that also removes a lot of the delay you're going to have. The whole point is you normally have that poison orb setting up.
That was nice. Nice Tevanade on this one. Yeah.
That C's combination thrown early.
Huge.
Something you can expect to see quite regularly, but the all-out brawl is going to come in. And actually,
little bit on a different page in terms of middle there. 2 of them are on it, and then I guess they were watching Vents. There's a nice recovery from Navi, and you're kind of seeing with the map, seeing with this comp what I was talking about. The fact that this comp here can just fight for map control so well. You got Viper Smoke, Viper Wall, Seize, Nade, Stun, Viper Mollies, like stopping power, and it's just outrageous.
I mean, lucky that Enzo even made it out of there in the first place, and obviously had to pop the reload after shooting out the eye.
So you might see Liquid might have to like force through some of this util.
In the opening round of utility, you don't get to see that.
Yeah, it might be about forcing some of this util. If I'm Liquid here and I'm looking at this Viper, it's all about A Heaven as well. I feel like Liquid in the buy runs, from what I'm seeing already, need to heavy focus on A Heaven. Got to pull this Viper away from here, like most likely this way, either way, to fight, either to fight you Heaven or to retreat to B.
But the fact is, I'm just sat here looking at him playing that agent and thinking, okay,
3 ghosts, so
a different position. Kiko again, back-to-back rounds.
Back-to-back fast kills.
Yumpy lurking on that other side towards B, but he's kind of been isolated now, trapped in that corner potentially. It's a bigger weapon that's holding him. You're going to see some of Team Liquid coming in to bail him out. In fact, he just jumps across, makes it out in time.
So Liquid do have a little bit of a chance into this one, and it's more because Navi do their old school buy, right? The fact that there's only 3 guns means that it's you have more chance. Navi are very good at making sure that the guns always aren't taking risks.
You know that Navi are ready for it. This is the spot that they consider so important on the map, and Ardis has styled
2-person push, I say that. This is a gun. Okay, that is a gun. This is doable. Omen Flash. Oh, Mystic is taken down before the Omen Flash.
But it comes to the 1v1, and this is where Nats can be so dangerous.
2 bullets.
He's got the info, 2 bullets, and he's out. Reload, it gives Ardis time to reposition.
It is a good plant for him, Heaven. Ardis has no vision block.
8 bullets. It's enough for Ardis.
Yeah, man's getting a half at least.
To tank a shot or 2 from Nats. He spots, not even halved on it. Nats has time. He's trying to bait him off of it with the shots, and he's just about avoided dying, but it's gotten to half. Artis has bought himself a few more seconds. That shot whizzes past his head.
Damn, let's tell you what, nicely handled from Artis here. That was a rough situation from him. Like, a really rough situation in terms of the 1v1. Match did great in terms of the damage, and we almost saw what I was talking about. It got a little bit close.
To help them out of this hole they're in.
It is the scary thing that about the Navi buy, but it does normally mean that they can make their next buy round better, and we kind of see that in terms of these two guns, right? They lost 4 people, but they managed to get 3 guns into this.
The other day, 28 kills. Like he is someone that you just have to be very wary of. He was overshadowed a little bit by Kiko's 30.
Chat casters are a little bit low.
But you know, it was an explosive match for both of those players. I think they're going to be needed today because we have seen in Navi that, okay, first map, jitters. After that, they obliterated BBL. It wasn't even particularly close. Again, just look at this pressure in mid. 4 players there early in the round. They are... It almost looks like they're hard countering what Liquid want to do, but I don't even know what they could have seen.
Again, NAVI are obsessed.
I was going to say, Kiko, again, gets the first kill. That's 3. Does get traded.
Artis going down, but they had a pistol on Artis, I believe, going into that. Now, 1 rifle dropped. The point of this, though, is damage. If they can continuously chip away at Liquid, they're undoing all the benefits that were just found by Liquid, right? They're trying to force NAVI into investing into more weapons. Navi don't. They take the weaker weapons. That should mean Liquid
Navi group a little bit over
towards that's just not happening here. Thanks to some really
so Liquid looking pretty good for this one.
Now's the harder part of the round. Your 3 players defending such a big site, and you take 1v1 fights.
Yeah, keep an eye on the Yampi luck. Not sure I've ever said that one before.
But then you can't cover as much ground. You know, there's no real easy solution to this.
He misses Yampi by just a minuscule amount.
Yeah, tries to get info.
The fact is now,
not feeling too confident in terms of VMP not fighting Heaven, so they can't get a
credits are not bad for the next
round, good plant.
Just keeping that extra gun might be worth it. Maybe send in Xiao and Angel to see, okay, if they can make this a little bit more competitive.
I can bait them in as well, though. Right, as soon as these people in Heaven kind of spot that it's not this plant for Heaven, a lot of the time, especially with what happened in terms of getting info here, they might not expect the late luck from Yampi.
Moving a little slowly. It looks like they're aware of traps as well. Really so late. Setting up so late for the exits, but it leaves Angel exposed. Sagetsu's through. He's been tagged, revealed, and now here's the swing. Easy for Yumpy. Xiao grabs 1 though. A nice trade. Damage the name of the game, and that game is won by Navi with minimal reinvestments in this round. They have done so much damage to Team Liquid.
Yeah, not a bad round from them whatsoever. As said, Sagetsu's going to be a little bit low when it comes to the finances. Probably a light shield.
Eco? Yeah, they did. They did really good damage.
I believe that was... Oh no, he's actually going to have to go to Bulldog just to be able to afford his orb. So it definitely does still leave a little bit of a mark that he's not able to save. But to take 4 players out is worth it. It means that Liquid are also coming in with...
Damn, man's been going gym.
Oh my goodness. Wow,
he's showing off already. 3 rounds.
That's an easy
3 rounds in. He was waiting for that one.
No,
listen, they thought they needed to upgrade the tables for Bar. Well, let me tell you, better hope this man doesn't start swinging. Well, they won't stand a chance. 2-1, as we said, Team Liquid, they have a lot of reinvestment.
That's an emote. Oh, 100% Lexi. 100%. That gets spammed anytime we see him in chat. Yeah, and this was very nice from Navi. Very, very nice. We go to the big buy round. Liquid, probably, with the most obvious game plan again. So, this might be where, in my opinion, Navi were maybe a step ahead. Right, we have 3 rounds where they decided to fight heavy over towards middle. The most common thing when you fight heavy over towards middle is obviously to take A ramp, because then this guy feels not comfortable and has to either fight A heaven or rotate away. And Navi, realizing that they fight 3 early heaven, most teams will go heavy A ramp and they just have a bit of a trap play over towards A heaven. So maybe Doombro is getting 1-up on his brother here. Into the big buy round, they did so much damage before. 4 people that can't buy with the 1,900 loss bonus. Huge round.
And look at this, the player swinging up top, Zip unable to catch another off guard. They're always having that second player to swing to fight. Even if Artis had been swung there, he had the backup of Sagetsu. every step of the way, they're one step ahead so far. The first 4 rounds, definitely swinging towards that defensive side. And now look what Team Liquid are left with. Barely any credits, no ultis online. And again, just circling back to Artis.
Whoa.
All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, you want to stop for that time?
From the shadows.
From the shadows online.
There you go. Don't get it.
So
you know.
The good thing, the good thing for Liquid is, the good thing for Liquid is like this Cypher Viper combo. You can always have constant pressure, right? So we're actually opting for the. I think this is theirs. Yeah. Yeah. This was a very nice try from Yampy. Dude, imagine a few numbers here as well. But this was good in terms of the distraction. So let's just talk about the Viper setup a little bit. This blocks all vision from over towards site. And then we have this smoke as well on top, which blocks from back of site, right? So only anyone close can see him. And so he pops them both, pushes through, and gets a good kill here. We were pretty much talking about it at the right time. The fact that you have the Cypher that can have the cages over towards A blocks vision, so you can free up putting pressure towards B with the Viper util.
But they're going the wrong way towards A. Xiao's going to have to defend all by himself, and the first goes easy. The second, even easier. Nice stuff. 3 kills for him in this round, and at least those weapons will be dropped. It's just a 1 rifle recovered for Enzo.
Do pass and push behind. Okay, first of all, Angel's doing good to make sound. Does Mystic expect this? And if he does
turning it into a 2v2 scenario, Mystic has found some space as well. A lack of information now for Navi.
Yeah, no idea they pushed out here.
So you'd think hiding within his own smoke, he's actually baited them into potentially thinking it's coming from that corner, and he landed the hardest shot, unfortunately.
These low buy rounds from both the teams are getting close.
Such good buddy system play from Navi. Again,
very good damage.
When you're defusing like that, you see the split-second decision is to go and fight with your teammate, and they're always on the same page in that regard. It's not hard.
LSC and 99 with the tier 1. Thank you so much, bro.
Definitely works out for them.
Appreciate
I
you.
like the aggression out of Enzo. Again, this is something Liquid have been playing with in this round in particular, was pushing
Wolves are running the Killjoy Cypher and Icebox. Oh, my boys. That's my comp, man. That's one of my favorite hidden comps. I'm gonna have to VOD review that.
Just to confirm. So this is
it's losing, right? I guarantee. Tell me if it wins or loses.
For something slightly faster, like more brute force as a squad, because each time I feel like Kiko's been a little bit further ahead of everybody else on these initial takes. But when they've actually gone in together, the trading has not been bad, and they've done better.
It'd be interesting to see what Cypher util they have.
Because each time I feel like they might be slightly overthinking a lot of these
battles. And this is nice from Liquid, creating a lot of pressure over towards back of site with the wall. We get one out. Dog goes and checks the site. Instant reaction is to push down middle. Dude, the mind games right now are really cool. Omen ult towards the towards spawn, and Artis has no idea. Yeah, and the guys over towards site need to relax a little bit.
They have absolutely
oh boy, what? This is weird.
And he's putting down the smoke as if he's on the site, helping
this
out
one's
the
a little bit weird.
But he's not part of that pronged
Kiko,
attack.
don't push
he's
forward.
The second prong, and he's got 2 players right in front of him, easy as can be.
Lovely. Lovely ult from him, and then they just didn't expect him to stick this.
For Team Liquid, no way back for Navi.
Dude, the mind games right now are crazy. First 3 rounds, Liquid start going over towards middle, right? So smoke goes in, etc. Navi defend it heavy for 3 rounds. Then they go A heaven. Navi knew this was coming. They have a trap play over towards A. Then the next round, Yampy walks out over towards B, which creates loads of pressure over towards B. They do it again with a Razor. Navi think it's numbers because they don't have vision, and then insta-react by pushing down towards middle, but they have 2 people waiting. Dude, the brother off right now is sick.
The bow tied on top for Team Liquid, 4-2. They did invest quite a bit. They had their showstopper, and they used that up for next to no value bar crowd control. The punish on Sugetsu mid was fantastic, but somehow
there's 3 of them waiting middle.
From the shadows.
Last player standing.
Caught them almost as off guard as I was.
Just wait until they went around with a neural theft. We'll never hear the end of it. Never ever.
And still hasn't happened, Tom.
4-2. And this is the thing, the finances, because these rounds have been so close, think about it, the 1v1s that have been taken home in the end each time by Navi, it put their finances in the bin. This is just a full
Nade goes too far.
So much utility,
yeah, but they knew he was in the corner with this one. Gets out with 21.
It's a nice little set play from NAVI.
Liquid as well, after winning that round, decide to go for a different setup. And I want to say this is NAVI being one step ahead as well, because they go for the A wall. And once they see the A wall, they know that most likely people do the default DRX smoke from over towards B, and they wanted to go aggro and try and catch them as they're doing the smoke. I hope we're keeping up with the mind games, but it's outrageous right now. I don't think I've ever seen a game start like that.
These players now turning to look elsewhere, just as Kaiko comes out of the choke point.
Let's see if Dimbros can confirm on most of this.
Full HP, and the spike to be retrieved can be pulled through. Yumpy's lurk pays off. You know, this spacing from Liquid seemed so odd 30 seconds ago, but look at the reward that they've gotten for it. A great swing from
nicely done in the end. I like the idea from NAVI. Makes a lot of sense. They tried to have a punish for the DRX wall, DRX smoke. They got the first kill, got out of there, but bit of a gun diff.
Has got off to a flyer of a start. We know that when he gets in the groove on this controller, he truly can be a menace to play with. I think
this is nice. They walk reclear the whole way as well.
Okay, they don't have an awful lot to slow us down. With Saigetsu being so aggressive in mid, the B defense most of the time has just been Xiao with a smoke, or Xiao with a paranoia, or maybe a stun from Ardis. So it really sets them up wonderfully to just take this space for free. And okay, a lot of the time Kiko's
flash
taking
double
a bullet in
satchel.
the face when he's run into the site, but
Sky Flash, if the Sky Flash hits you, double satchel. Critical.
Kiko's up close on this one. Looks like he might be able to get out of there.
Sorry, if the Sky Flash hits you,
information decent for NAVI. They've got an idea of what they're facing towards this A site. They're stacked up correctly for now, at least.
It's quite an investment, though, to not actually...
Right off the rip, yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't really, like, get anything from it. It's like they got some information, but to use an ult and not really like push off it seems a little
interesting
bit
wall from NAVI as well. It helps them. It's kind of some play over towards heaven, to be honest. Also, it does feel like
it's an odd one. Maybe it
might be on them here. Four person stack over towards B. Spike hasn't fully committed, but the fact that Naps is going over towards B looks like the call's been made.
Some fake control, perhaps. The stun though pushes Liquid back. They're rethinking it, and now they're moving.
Do they actually send it towards A? It looks like a fake, but.
From NAVI, but the balls jumped out of the hole at the last second. What is that from Nats? Oh. 2 quick kills, but they've lost their Viper's Pit for Yumpy.
Instant reaction, because obviously NAVI gambled a little bit, 4 people there, and Nats is just fully waiting, and then now recall goes to go over towards A.
And it's seized and being attacked upon.
This is fun, man. there's so much weird mind games going on. This is a sick game.
Having to take gambles, and it's funny. I feel like Ardis' stun actually deterred them from going the exact way they wanted them to go, which just a little bit of bad luck. Zipan, he needs to win what should have been an impossible fight, but with Mystic swinging now, Ento's going to do the same. They both just given a way back into the round. The remaining 2 players in heaven. You could see Angel.
Hey, dude, Angel was ready to save.
He was sat back waiting.
Angel was ready to save, and then he has to run, try and get over towards the site, help his teammate out, and yeah, they kind of realized that he's here.
I have no faith that this will happen.
Almost got it half. Okay, with the tag on him, it's unwinnable.
The camera just toying with him at this stage, and the double team from Liquid is perfect.
Yeah, I think it's an easy thing to see in hindsight, but just that cam being online, not being shot out, it was a really nice idea. He tapped it as the ping went through and stepped off. So they would see him get pinged up defusing and panic and swing, but they just opened the camera.
He's very aware.
He's not on it. All good. And even still, he would have had to hit 2 insane shots to make that work, but he'd already done it in the round so far.
Yeah, mad respect to I mean, they didn't have B main control the whole time, so Nats has to be pretty aware anyway. But that was very impressive.
Control under their belt. NAVI have now called a pause at 4-4.
Yeah. Now, what I will say,
they have less util to bait them into coming B. I just think if I'm NAVI at the moment, the comp is so good at holding map control. This wall over towards B is a little bit of a nightmare, but they have the Omen, who in my mind is like one of the only agents that can kind of play to get info, tuck in, and TP across. So if I'm NAVI here, I'm just putting the Omen over towards B, and we either play it aggro, and they can set someone else up, or the Omen can just spot in front of the wall.
We're starting to get caught out. Let's slow things down. But I genuinely think if they get to 6
the wall over towards B at the moment is causing NAVI a little bit of trouble. Not too much.
Every single piece of utility you could ever need to set up Zipan on those entries. And when he is on, which I'll be honest, he definitely is, that can be enough to win you a game. So I think for Liquid, they need to be looking to make sure they have a strong attack half here.
assistant coach for NAVI, Latix. Is it Latix or Latix? What do I say his name? He used to be a player. He played like 2 years ago. It was an IGL. It's actually a pretty good IGL.
You know, if it works the first time, it will always work the second.
To be honest, he could probably TP into spawn right
He used to play Omen.
Maybe Saigetsu would hear it.
Well, yeah,
We used to prac against him a lot.
Just in range. But it would be a bold play
I don't remember the team.
to go for. I do see him sat down inside the sewers. And I wasn't sure if maybe because he wasn't looking at anything, he might have had his ult out.
Low buy-in for NAVI.
Oh, yeah.
And I should have paid more attention to that. Chad, did they try and go more aggro B? The interesting thing is Liquid, now knowing that they've gone for the timeout, and they're going to start talking about the B wall, they change it up. We have, this is cool, we have the old K Corp, and again, K Corp did some good stuff, don't get me wrong. I know that we have a lot of melon stuff, but K Corp, see this trip here? This is a K Corp trip. Behind the box here, goes behind the box. It's like a reverse unbreakable trip. You kind of have to run into it to shoot it. So we see the K Corp trip come out,
not a bad idea.
and they take control. And so now Liquid just switch up their default. They take down the Judge, get a heal for it. No way you're putting that into this round. Oh, it's 20 seconds though, so I get it.
Shorty pulled out, they're spamming onto Shao. I don't know how he's managed to dodge all of those bullets, but he won't.
Good luck, Saigetsu. Can he stop the plant? Can his team flood in?
Plant coming through. Saigetsu yet to be
plant goes in. Yeah, and Sipan tried to swing and stop the plant.
Completely useless.
Yeah, it was a good idea. It narrowed down the angles, allowed his teammates to maybe win off of time by denying that plant, but the second the spike is down, this starts to just fade away completely. I mean,
lovely.
1 kill, 2 kills, 3.
Lovely round. I'm a
low HP, having to defuse.
What do I think about the Viper ult? I think it's fine. 20 seconds. 20 seconds, 2 people can be close spawn.
And a very strong statement from them. But remember, that was not a full buy from NAVI. This was not
I like this backup default from Liquid. It's really cool.
A risk, didn't seek it or find any reward.
I also think that as much as NAVI were ahead in the mind games first 4 rounds, I think Liquid are winning out now in the mid and kind of like the mid game. There is a lot of mind games, crazy. And then for this one round where they knew that they were going to try and change up their B stuff, they now bring back the B wall.
Aggressive push.
Nice from NAVI. Again, we've been talking about the fact that they're going to change up their B because this B wall's been causing them too much trouble, so they go aggro again, get a first kill, and, well, I say they get a first kill over towards B. They pushed B and then got kills over towards Heaven.
Well, this time NAVI have been waiting 2 opening kills.
As we can see, mid was weak here, and honestly, Liquid at least have the info that they fought here and fought here, so you're probably going to see Liquid go mid next round.
And while Kiko finding Zipan means he might have to.
I like this though, yeah, it's a wise decision from Artis. Retake ult so strong on B, and they haven't even planted. The second that they attempt that, here it comes. Rolling Thunder in.
They still have a lot of time. Oh, that stun back aside was nice. Kiko tries to go forward and tries to just take them off guard, and I think in a 3v4, I don't mind it too much. He's probably going down, kind of stopped him from flooding.
So now some time bought. Plan still has to be acquired. 1 versus 4. Okay.
Oh my. Yeah, I saw the lineup there and I was like, actually, maybe. Liquid.
Well handled after their pause, being able to come back.
Saw double aggression. They're probably going to call a middle. NAVI might know it as well. The brother off is fun because they both know how the other likes to play.
Those couple of kills right at the end coming out from Yumpy actually make it so that, okay, they can buy, they're going to have light shields, but in the next round they will be screwed again if they lose. So it's still one of those scenarios that's a little bit more problematic. And on the other side of things, From the Shadow still online, but maybe slightly more importantly, Showstopper 1 away for both teams.
Who are the brothers? The coaches.
Available soon. And I also feel like this might be the
brothers,
moment where
twins.
Go, okay, let's stop running through their smokes. They're kind of expecting that.
Prowler goes over towards
yeah, but again,
A.
A lot of this attack side is just going to be limit testing, right?
Smoke for Heaven.
Liquid, certainly in the first
Prowler, Prowler goes close A. Damn. Double Prowler over towards A and Fade Eye. Like, they used everything to get A info. 3 people still over towards B. NAVI expecting the heavy middle like we talked about. Mystic, absolute madman. Can he get traded? Okay, the trade's came in. I mean, he distracted them to get out towards site. He broke up the crossfires.
Victory from the jaws of defeat. It's a 4v2. They've got the blitz. They're taking down Angel.
That's so funny.
I thought everything was going well after Mystic's lunacy, but it was all part of the plan.
Yeah, nicely done in the end. It's kind of like having two duelists with this one. Goes into the smoke over towards it. Do you know what it reminded me of? Like the old Haven trick that everyone was doing at the beginning, like smoke top of B site, TP towards the back. Kind of like that. Smoke towards the box and then just send it over towards Heaven. And it was, I mean, there was much util behind it, but the trades did come in. They got the info. Wall comes down, they can trade it.
Absolute lunacy on the server. But it's worked out, and I don't know if I'm happy or angry with that.
Did he say what I just thinking?
What did he say?
Team Liquid had the lead.
So he's talking about, of course, being Swedish.
Yes.
Swedish meatballs.
Oh, okay.
Naturally.
Okay, now I get it. Oh, they do the Fnatic boast Omen flash towards Heaven. Fake A Heaven control, then insta TP towards the backside. Man, Liquid got a nice attack half.
The TP comes in. Shao has that fight nice and easy. The swing comes in eventually.
Yeah, and then now we can lurk on this one.
To
Oh man,
lost a big ulti and Nats is doing
this
it
is
again.
actually so
He's
nice. This is one of the best splits I've watched for a while. The brain off's crazy. Strats are good. The lurks are good. That was impressive.
Delivers another finishing blow.
From 3-1.
This was 4-1
okay,
up
from
for
3-1
NAVI.
to 5-7 on the attack side of split is very impressive. That was a bit of a masterclass in terms of attack side.
Was sort of based around risks.
It was 4-1.
Like it was okay. We have to get aggressive. We have to try and take these fights. And in the early rounds, it worked for them. I think Liquid did fantastically well to adapt.
They won one round out of 8.
Even just the first few rounds, the amount of rounds they pushed mid, and then go to the late game and look how many rounds they pushed mid. It's completely different because they were like, okay, they're going to constantly fight this. You're going to have Saigetsu doing weird stuff, so we'll try and maybe
what have Navi got? So they got no Sentinels, so they'll probably be playing slow. I mean, everything benefits Navi to play slow here. Sky, the fact that they only have Sky so they can bait out the flashes, and the fact that they have no Sentinels so they can hold defaults for pushes. Navi started off with a pistol. I imagine we don't see them go fast for like the next 5 rounds.
Quickly spilling out into the A site and finding it wide open. Not even traps.
Find an open site on this one as well. There's camera for retake. They get info with the trips that no one pushed over towards spawn yet. Flash goes in, kill off the trip.
Hoping to catch this squad off guard as they went for further aggression, but it hasn't worked out in the spawn, and the paranoia definitely didn't hit.
What do I think of EMEA so far? It's very varied in teams at the moment. The level's higher than last year already, which is great.
It hasn't been taken yet. So it makes the retake so much faster in those initial stages that they've still been smoked off eventually. So they've got to try and make their way back through. Tiger was saved. Shao not spotted. Not the prettiest of shots. And Kiko, in the meantime, has managed to find a couple. Shao now stuck in the mud, needing some support. And there is that support from Saigetsu.
Damn, how's he getting away with that? He hit 3 there.
He might have been a little bit late to save his
He's
teammate,
dodging
but he
bullets.
saved the round.
That he did. NAVI right back on Liquid's heels.
Dude, double pistol.
Of course it's Saigetsu. Yeah, he's certainly woken up there. Let's take a look at the replay. A couple nice shots.
Yeah,
As we get to this, man, it gets a little bit ludicrous. Through the smoke, catching one.
Oh man, one reloading. Just takes a swing off the other guy as well that's shooting at him. Huge. Yeah, that is like the most perfect smoke time you can imagine. The Real Silky with the 12 months. Thank you so much for the prime. Sorry, Real Silky 12 with the 7 months. Thank you so much for the prime. Too many numbers.
Say that it has the most strength.
Okay, in terms of pistols,
but with the rest of his teammates having
in terms of pistols, double for Navi. So if they don't get this, they
a little bit. Now, bear in mind, we know that Navi love having a couple of players on pistols themselves, and they love playing light shields. So this is a read. He basically has an operator right now, but he can shoot much quicker.
Only downside
I like that this one works out well. Yeah, this one works out well for sure. They go for the Navi buy, but everyone knows about the Navi buy, and other teams might start doing this against Navi as well. Does it get them anything?
They can deal damage. They can make them all one shot.
Yeah, I mean they could always be one shot, so it doesn't matter about damage.
You can see Zipan, Shao tagged up 25 shields on
they lose one of the
Kiko just needs one shot to the body, and
they lose one of the guns, but they pick it up on one of the rifle players.
There's the first. Angel
Sorry, one of the ghost players.
But now, you know, Angel hasn't been the biggest gun to deal with on the server here. He's had a tough game so far, but the rest of the squad have been on fire.
Sugetsu kind of wants to get on site to get this gun at the end to save it, so he's going to push onto site.
That's a success in their eyes, because they buy 2 pistols every time. If you get one more,
and this is a win for Liquid if they can lock them in here. And they know they're going to try and get out. Xiao should probably be smoking spawn here for them to get out. Smoke goes in spawn. Kiko went over towards Heaven so he can have vision.
Exactly what Kiko has done. He has made things more
yeah, and they're going to haunt this, fix up the gun. Big nade.
Aggressing all the way into the corner. And okay, he doesn't manage to
5 HP, so they save 2 out of 3 guns, and the armor has to get rebought on both, I'm pretty sure.
It would have been retrieved after Spike dissipated anyway, so a good attempt just to try to deal that extra damage, and I like that.
I think double duelist comp on this map is dead. It's still viable.
You don't have to try for every retake. Sometimes it is just better to play those exits. Equalizing the numbers, though,
you're going to see less of it, but it's still fine. It kind of got double duelist kind of got overtaken a little bit towards like the off season in terms of the Viper Cypher. Combos very well.
Look at Liquid. Well,
works very well on attack.
Certainly helped out. I'm not going down to the
there's a bit of DRX and Sentinels using it heavy.
Sagetsu was in just moments ago.
Whoa.
Xiao,
First big buy round, and that is lovely.
In that initial fight. A good start to the round for the side of Na'Vi. As said, they're playing this one with a pistol, so any extra weaponry that can be found, which it can be, Artis is going to get it right now. It's going to make things that little bit more problematic. Angel, well, even knew there was
nice
a
trade,
there.
But nice kill from Angel. You got to give him that one.
Worse, but you have to bear in mind again, Angel going down in these sort of fights.
Spike goes down, they have one inserted over towards vents. You can imagine they're just going to go towards B now because we've got the smoker here. I say that. But no, okay, we are. But we're going heavier Heaven.
His belt is going to be
and a lot of this. Wait, where are we going? Where are they going? Oh my god, yeah. Dude, Enzo's thinking the same thing as me. He's just like, why has nothing happened anywhere? A control, B control? I don't think he needs to push there, though. I think he's the one that needs to stay alive and the others get the info. But in a 3v4, I get it.
Yeah, you can't.
Gonna 1v4 clutch it.
If you can't receive that happening.
I think for sure there you got to let the other players play.
Na'Vi with a great start to this half. Like that's the thing. We talk about their bonus being
4 people alive. That's good.
That aggressive
look at this. I mean, look at this money.
It seems to be the sort of burden of this Viper playing middle is that both of these teams have been very happy to just disrespect the utility and go fighting straight towards them. You lose that control, and it's just so much easier to pick players apart. And okay, I'll admit, Kiko was a little bit unlucky with just the timing of turning away. He has been the sort of main player so far alongside Mystic for the side of Liquid, up there again with 21 kills. It has really been an absurd sort of like debut week for Kiko. Because that's the thing, when you come up from the tier 2, especially after Apex sort of choked it a bit, finishing second.
Na'Vi are good with managing their economy.
Go, okay, is he going to be able to compete with
the
best? And the answer has most certainly been yes.
They're for sure the best at the bonus no matter who you 3 guns
he's able to have these lights out performances. Even now, Team Liquid are losing, right? It's 8-7 to Navi.
They rarely, first of all, they rarely get thriftied. Second of all, they rarely lose more than 1 gun. I would even say they rarely lose 1 gun.
It's also a way of looking at it. It's the reason that it's this close, that Navi haven't ran away with it.
Hero gun, Enzo buys a Marshall.
On the attack side, he was
Kiko's 21 to 9, by the way.
You're a space taker, you're taking space on split. That's what happens.
Well, you look at their match versus Koi. He got 37 kills and a 13-10. Like, without him, they lose. It's just a fact of the matter, but here we go again. You got the Nat save rifle, the rest are on weaker weaponry, but Kiko has got himself the showstopper to play with.
Double push over towards B main. I want to say there was some util that I missed. They at least made footsteps, so they know that they're here. I'll decide it all. In reaction to them taking... Wait, that was weird.
Na'Vi are playing.
Just trying to, at the same time, trying to get double info on both the sides.
Games, they are happy to play things nice and slow.
Yeah, it's the 1 minute mark, trying to get info of where they should be stacking on the eco.
Angel's happy to take his time.
And it looks like the call has come in.
Push into vents. but
to potentially,
potentially
go A on this one. And that could be good for Liquid. We need to keep an eye on the time here. We're at 40 seconds.
I just miss seeing him in there.
We've got a
Every game
1-3-1
was a
still.
guarantee Angel is in vents, at least in the first 30 seconds.
One way over towards
This
B.
time he's on B.
Yeah, we've got a one-person fake over towards B. That pulls Yampy over.
Things really have changed. This play up into
Yampy
A
still has his wall to help the guys on A.
It was previously a little further up in heaven to catch them coming through.
20 seconds on
Now
this.
it's only getting them as
And they come into the two guns.
So they bypassed it. Navi straight past the trap and straight into the site. Great flash. Nats can't see a thing.
That is a
80
team
finds
flash.
Enzo. This is a disaster now. Hiko trying to recover. Showstopper not landed. And this should be the end of the round. Having to rush out of a smoke. What is that? Mystic with 2 quick kills, a rifle retrieve, and a dream of clutching this out now, turning to a nightmare. He's 19 HP, and he's 0.
Nicely done.
Well played by Navi. They
Enzo's
get it
gotta,
in the end.
Enzo's gotta let him play.
Flawless, but not quite.
Enzo's gotta let him play. The team flash couldn't be any worse.
Got in the way, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But a huge round from them again.
Gotta be a safer flash on
the
that.
fact is, I think it was just a small flash that went through.
There it is. Oh my god, my internet dies at the timing of the flash. Kind of cool. Not gonna lie, this is the first time I've ever not been annoyed at it. Reset chat. What the hell's going on? Damn, they're doing him dirty, dude. Why is it not resetting for me? Wait, the whole stream's gone? The whole stream's gone? Oh. Damn. The whole stream. Poor Enzo, man. The whole stream pauses on YouTube. Someone link me. Love that. Thanks so much. The whole stream pauses on his flash.
Was that a team flash? Yeah. That was a team flash. Yeah. Okay.
Literally. Oh my goodness. What the?
Sky.
Wait, is my bind for my pen the same as muting?
And now that wall's going to be covering the crossover, so his operator's not going to be quite as useful. Enzo with a bit of pressure.
Okay, next round we didn't miss a kill. We just got in time.
Zipbang quickly able to deal with him.
The double push gets killed by Angel. He should have gone down there.
So much value. That's both controllers down for the side of Liquid.
Oh, Liquid forced into this one as well. They get the op. Can't do anything with it. Pressure over towards A Heaven. Once they lost A Heaven, instant reaction over towards B. Angel on top of it, waiting.
There's also nowhere really.
Gotta save. Money must be stupid. 9k, 9k.
Outside this A site. Like Zipam, I think was initially meant to be the tip of the spear for the push into A, but just Angel catches 2-player on the lurking fade.
10-7, and then they gotta go down to an eco. Most likely 11-7. Lost bonuses here, so they can at least get something into it.
Can he at least bring something through into the next round? Navi have started to dominate
when
it comes to this attack.
What's going on here?
So
all the streams are having issues.
Shower going to hit max. The rest of the players won't be too far away. And I
Which
think
is
they're
back.
slowly
Okay, we'll
working
skip.
out the last place this man has
Go
been.
back
He's
after
going to
this.
hit the leg shot. Nice one.
Yeah.
But the trade will be there. No
I'm gonna just keep this up. We're just gonna
another
mute it just in case. You sure?
victory and double digits hit for Navi. They are looking good on
Got the other
split.
one ready to go if need be.
They're looking fantastic on split. I mean, that's
a big
the hard
victory
work
sip.
done. A 3-round lead. Team Liquid left to pistols. Their back is against a wall. Liquid can make next to no mistakes if they want to close out this map. And again, the key thing is that this is Liquid's map pick.
Do good on attack. Both of these attacks have been outrageously good at the moment.
We could talk about Artis's Yoru, and perhaps it will be the time that it doesn't find the value because people figure it out and so on. That was the thing long ago with Breeze when Angel played the Yoru. It worked
Wolves
once or twice.
8-5. Oh man, I really need to watch that demo.
I
I really need some time to watch the Icebox demo. I want to know what they're doing with the Cypher Killjoy.
It's Artis, the guy who is going to be able to punch through those dimensions and send you back to your own one.
What's that? And that's his hand. It's
For
Hamilton's.
Team Liquid, if they don't pick this one up, and their chances are slimming by the second.
What can Liquid do to win defense? They need to be less predictable. That's the only thing. Like Liquid are playing good. It's like literally they're playing maybe in my mind a little bit too aggro. But like their reactions to what's happening are too good. But it's because it is the right thing you should do, right? Fundamentally, it's the right thing you should do in terms of lose this bit of map control, gain this bit of map control. But it's so obvious because it is the right thing to do, and the respect is there in terms of the teams that they always know what's coming next, if that makes sense, in terms of Na'Vi. The amount of times Na'Vi have been waiting for the reaction and punishing them is too much. But they kind of need to be a little bit unpredictable in my mind. I don't think they need to find the fights. I think they can let the fights come to them,
well, that's not the way I saw
which can be scary against this comp.
Nats has just peeked out from an angle, the only angle really they had to worry about, because smokes are up elsewhere, and he's caught them unaware.
Omen Flash hits one. Oh, I got unlucky. Yeah, I actually like the Omen Flash there. There was a chance for it to hit more.
Very tough fights in front of the Mystic. An animal with this Sheriff, but after one, he's dropped, and best of luck to Kiko. He can at least recover his Sheriff, has to pop a reload on that, surely. 2 bullets and a nade to work with. 100 HP. And that's all the positives gone for him. There's plenty for Navi.
Maybe a paint shell can be used to try and clear something, but I think he wanted the element of surprise. Sagetsu, though, not missing. Navi now 11-7, 2 away, but this was what this is the round the pause
got the slick box before. Yeah, someone used my icebox comp before he saw a deadlock. Dude, that's got to be a 1-0 to me, Saint. That has to be.
It hasn't had the most success.
That has to be a 1-0.
We've actually seen more with the
I don't know how else I would score points.
Maybe
you get the deadlock points.
Being a little bit more
maybe an ISO. I get a point if there's an ISO, so I get no more points this year probably.
This operator, and he's going to be playing it again, sort of like standard matchmaking, straight down mid, just looking for the early peak.
Yeah, I mean, sitting back with an op on this, especially up against this comp.
Wait, I think I only get a point if it wins, Saint. How about that?
It's just not going to work for you a lot of the time. They're going to be catching you off. The players are pushing down as well, 2 on middle.
2 push in.
Enzo and Mystic have to win those fights.
Honestly,
if they go any deeper, and they've avoided it.
Could be Opens giving you a point for believing in Wolves, Saint.
Now looking to reinforce the site of their choosing. It's B that they move towards. A good call, but they might just be caught off by this. A lot of information playing with TP committed into spawn. And
that's nice though, but they messed up the timing a little bit. But does it matter? No.
So far, but he's got them the site and the plant.
Fade ult goes in, it blocks everyone in terms of the sound. Omen ult towards the back of the site, and that is lovely. In theory, they can't hear it, but actually one person did hear it, I think. But Shao was just too strong here in terms of the shots. This has been a very convincing attack half from Navi. I love both of these attack halves, to be honest.
Pretty much confirms it. A kill will get Nats' ult and reveal the rest. A nade into the corner, but you have to bear in mind there is also still that Rolling Thunder available to them. It's going to be sent in. Nyon immediately. Angel still sat in the corner. That might be a surprise as well. They're throwing all this util, and he hasn't had to reveal himself just yet. The horn will give it away, but the time, it's gone. There's just nothing they can really do at this stage.
And it's like Liquid needed to save here, but they were so like desperate to try and get around to get back into the game that it's now 5 chances to finish this.
From the shadows of the match.
Both of these attack halves have been
I've ever said that sentence.
Really good.
Egg on my face, Tom. I chose a bad day to come from the shadows.
Yeah. How dare you?
Liquid have called a pause at 12-7.
Your curse definitely still exists, by the way. I've never seen anything like it.
It's bothering me. That is
that is the first and only time we're going to see ISO.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say that's the only time we're going to see ISO.
I don't know. There could be some. No, there's not.
No, who? It would be these guys right here.
It would be Navi.
It would be Navi.
Hey, playoffs. If they make it there, who knows?
Yes, because that's the time to do it.
Nah, honestly, Paper X might run it. There's a chance.
In a single
There's a low chance.
Playoffs. Let's throw ISO out.
They get props for it.
Please, Angel, don't. Please.
Just saying, he's always ahead of the meta.
Marcus will cry.
Well, not after this result. One more round, 5 chances to close it out. Navi have looked unreal so far. And well, Tom, I mean, the viewers at home can't see the timeline right now, but there's not much to see. It's just red. Navi have won every single attacking round so far.
Go ahead. In case it wasn't clear
Draw line, and now
look how
production
straight.
remove the hood.
Look how straight that was. I'm leaving that there. That's staying.
It's Mystic heard the combo. Mystic heard the ult there, but
can we show my really straight line, please?
Was he waiting for the Omen ult to stick?
Yeah. Okay, so just to make it a bit more
I need to
clear.
watch that one again.
Dear. It's all gone
He's
wrong.
waiting for the Omenaut to stick there. I think he has to shoot that.
A very quick play coming out of Zipman. He's already blast packing through. The snake bites caught him.
Okay, 5 chances for Navi to finish it, and they decide to go fast. They've been going like really slow, taking map control, waiting for the reaction of Liquid, and Pause comes in. Liquid's trying to adjust, and they decide to absolutely send it over towards Heaven. The masterclass, man. It's a masterclass. Omenaut gets stuck over towards B main. Gets cancelled over towards B main. He cancelled it. Viper ult goes in. All of Heaven. Damn, look at this. Like, you actually can't get in. That's a nice ult. You have Heaven control and the site control. That's the round done.
But there's a million corners there that they have no idea where these players could be. There is nothing to do.
These attack sides were very top level.
And they're spreading out to take one-by-one fights.
2 pistols for Navi helped this, but I still think with some of the buy runs we saw,
has to hit something here. And then they need to that's the thing.
you would still say that Navi probably had this if it went 1-1 pistols.
He's got so much left to do. A Viper's pit through. They know where he is. The flash is
It's a shame because Liquid did everything fun. It's one of those things where Liquid did everything fundamentally right, but it ended up being a little bit too predictable. And yeah, that was fun though. The first 6 rounds especially were like really sick mind game wise.
There was something for Liquid.